I mean, I'm looking at the notes that I made, which clearly I didn't understand what was going on, I don't think.
Do you understand now?
I think so.
Yeah.
Probably.
So what you're doing is you're energetically what you're doing, right? The chakras. The chakras act like lifts going through the subtle bodies.
Yes.
Right. And what tends to happen is that those lifts should move.
Yeah, okay. You've got a diagram of that. I understand all that. Yeah.
But they get stuck.
Yeah.
And an easy way of unsticking them is actually to line up all the energies of the body, like a set of dominoes, and then to ping them across. And the way that you do that is you use the meridian system, which of course goes into the body, like because the meridian system's actually inside the physical. So it's that very physical component. Then you've got the actual chakra itself, so you're identifying which lift you're actually trying to move. The crystal, body magnet, lodestone or whatever, will actually be the thing that mediates. And the word deals with the mental body. So you're dealing with the classic parts that are, and all you're doing is you're just like lining it all up to let something go.
And then I've written here, place lodestones, need to do both left and right sides?
Yes, what that means is we had central...
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah.
But you see, if you had liver gallbladder, say, you must remember you don't just do one, you have to do both sides of the bilateral meridians.
Right, okay.
So you would have points here, and then the points on the toes. So that's why you've got to remember both sides. So you basically, you activate, you touch all the end points.
Right.
And of course the central governor are the only ones where there's no left and right.
Of course, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so that's why you had left and right.
Okay.
A sticky bit on it, but it might come off the spray. It's particularly good for people who are experienced therapists, because normally they've resolved a lot of the straightforward stuff. But you'll probably find that people that still have blocks, that will actually unpick them. And it was interesting, you know, because I mean, you've had a solar plexus unpicked we did with ESR, and that one. So it'd be interesting to see what that frees up. Yeah.
Right.
Does that make some sense?
I'm there now.
Yes. It's actually quite quick if you can get your fear out of what you're doing. Like I said, even if you only know the very basics of your chakra colour words, you can normally, you see the body, I think might have even gone with resentment or something like that, but it just so happened that I said obsession. When I said it, I thought, where did that come from? You know, because, and sometimes if you ask your client, their body's already word hunting. You know, and we'll actually say, well, especially if you try several and it still won't come up, you say, can you think of anything? I mean, before now, I've had to go to a thesaurus. I used to carry a small thesaurus in my kit, but that was because I was working with a lot of therapists, and their bodies get very, very fussy. You know, Joe Bloggs is a doddle compared with trying to work with other therapists. You know.
This is another one where, for a while, I was doing this quite a lot on myself, and I was using stones to actually put on the endpoints, so I taped them onto the endpoints if I couldn't actually hold them. And I found this very useful for a period of time, because it was sort of like taking different layers out of the equation.
Just moving things. You know, getting rid of what's not you. Because I mean, the whole point is you're trying to be as much you as you can be, but you have to get rid of what's not you. You know, in other words, what you've slurped in from friends, family, and you know.
Well, the friend that I've got who's got cancer, I, as far as I could see, had a block around the sacral.
Yes.
And when I looked at the sort of thing that it might be and asked about it, it was not letting go. And she said, oh, I know exactly what that is. So I did a guided visualization for her too, and she's been doing that every day. We've cleared the block, she's had the operation, it's all clear now. But my guides are saying that she needs to keep doing this for some time.
because it will reform,
yes,
because the
we've got to
etheric,
keep that channel clear now.
because
So
the etheric
actually,
body will go
this
back.
might be quite a useful
Yeah,
thing to help with that along.
yeah, because
also,
the body will physically, it will because until it's out of the etheric,
yeah.
the emotional and the mental, the body will still be trying to reform that pattern.
That's right, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
3 months at least,
Yes.
they're saying.
Yeah.
So, and I looked at it and thought, I think it came up but I was due to treat her 2 days before she went into hospital, and then she was too ill to come.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it, but it came up, and I thought, oh God,
Yeah.
it's come up. I can't do anything about it.
But it's like lining up the dominoes.
Yeah.
And when you've got all your four, you've got your kinesis, you've got your endpoints, you've got your crystal, you've got your chakra, and you've got your word. When you've got all four,
Yeah. Okay.
and then the body will let it go.
Well, I'm seeing her again on Monday, so we'll see.
But it's basically what you're doing is you're actually allowing the subtle bodies to go back to their normal functions.
Many of the techniques that we covered today, like combination logs,
Yes.
you're sort of like, no, it's like,
Yeah. It's like ESRs, exactly the same. You're finding that, then and then you're just saying to the body, right, we've got all the information now act on it.
Thank you.
And like you say, when you've got difficult problems like that, that's the sort of thing when you're, because it's like it's the ultimate sabotage.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolute ultimate, and it's like there must be ways of dealing with it.
Well, I mean, I use so many of I used 2 crystals and, well, I don't know what my guides were doing, I just let them get on with it. We were doing all sorts of things with laser crystals and...
But when your head's out of it,
that's right.
That's when the real work really really gets going. Because that's how when the 2 bodies work together, as on those sorts of levels. Because that's what it is. I mean, it's like that horrible American word facilitator, I'm afraid, does describe the therapist. I mean, that's all you are.
That's all you are, just a channel.
Yeah. The person that puts the stones in the right place, that's all. Who gets paid for it if you're lucky.
So, any more questions about this particular technique before I switch off?
So is that sort of fairly straightforward? So any other meridians come up, they will be bilateral, so you'll have to make sure you do both sides. It just so happens that it was central governor, so that there's not a 2-sided issue.
Okay.